The rain falls in sheets, a torrential downpour that blurs the line between sky and earth. It's a scene instantly recognizable, a cinematic shorthand for primal danger and the unleashing of prehistoric forces. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation, the air crackling with an unseen energy. A colossal shape emerges from the darkness, the Tyrannosaurus rex as immortalized in Jurassic Park. Its silhouette is instantly iconic, a symbol of power in the untamed wilderness. This single image has captivated audiences for decades, sparking both fear and fascination. Its cinematic pursuit through water, a desperate chase that defied expectations, left a lasting question, one that continues to intrigue scientists and moviegoers alike. The image of this apex predator wading through the water is both terrifying and strangely compelling. Could this land predator, a creature seemingly designed for terrestrial dominance, really swim? Was it merely a dramatic flourish for the sake of cinema, or was there a kernel of truth hidden within the spectacle? The question lingered, prompting a re-evaluation of our understanding of this prehistoric giant. For decades, the idea seemed absurd, a flight of fancy that contradicted everything we thought we knew about T-Rex. The prevailing wisdom suggested that its anatomy simply wasn't suited for aquatic activity. T-Rex was built for land, with massive legs designed for powerful strides and heavy bones that provided the necessary support. Swimming seemed an unlikely feat for such a heavily built creature. Yet, the film's dramatic vision, that unforgettable scene of the T-Rex in pursuit, sparked real scientific curiosity, prompting researchers to look beyond conventional wisdom and explore new possibilities. Could these giants have crossed rivers or lakes, not just as a last resort, but as a deliberate strategy in search of food or territory? Perhaps these waterways were not barriers, but rather corridors that expanded their hunting grounds. The scene challenged us to see T-Rex not just as a collection of bones in a museum, not just as a fossil, but as a living, breathing animal with complex behaviors and adaptations. It forced scientists to reconsider what these creatures were truly capable of, to question the limitations we had previously imposed on their physical abilities and ecological roles. The legacy of that moment, that heart-stopping encounter in the rain, is more than just special effects and cinematic spectacle. It's a cultural touchstone, a shared experience that ignited the imaginations of countless individuals and inspired a generation to question, explore, and challenge the boundaries of scientific understanding. Today, as we look back at that iconic scene, we see how a single image, a fleeting moment of cinematic brilliance, changed our understanding of dinosaurs and their place in the prehistoric world. It reminds us that the past was not a static tableau of monstrous figures, but a dynamic and ever-evolving landscape populated by adaptable animals with complex lives and behaviors. And their abilities, their capacity for survival and adaptation, may have been far greater, far more surprising than we ever imagined, waiting to be unearthed by future generations of scientists. For years, paleontologists saw theropods like T-Rex as strictly terrestrial. Their anatomy, massive legs, heavy bones, tiny arms, seemed to rule out swimming. The prevailing belief, these giants would sink if they entered deep water. This view shaped how we interpreted fossils and habitats. Dinosaurs found in ancient riverbeds were thought to have died on land and washed in. The world of dinosaurs was divided: land for giants, water for others. Specialization in nature reinforced this idea. Cheetahs run, eagles fly, but neither swims well. T-Rex was seen as a land specialist with no need for aquatic skills. Any encounter with water was considered accidental, not intentional. This perspective dominated for decades, limiting our vision of dinosaur life. It took new evidence to challenge this entrenched belief. The question remained, were these giants truly landlocked, or was there more to their story? The answer would come from an unexpected source. The story shifted with the discovery of fossilized swim tracks. In Spain and China, scientists found claw marks, just the tips, not full footprints, etched into ancient lake beds. These tracks showed theropods moving through water, buoyant, using their legs to paddle. The patterns were long and rhythmic, not frantic or accidental. This was evidence of confident swimming, not a desperate struggle. Though not from T-Rex itself, these tracks proved that theropods could swim. Suddenly, the image of landlocked giants began to crumble. Paleontologists re-examined old sites, realizing aquatic environments might have been part of dinosaur life. Swim tracks offered a behavioral fossil, proof that bones alone could never provide. The world of dinosaurs was more complex, with land and water both in play. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of their capabilities. The door to a new vision of dinosaur life was now wide open. The question of whether or not Tyrannosaurus rex could swim has long been a topic of debate among paleontologists. While we haven't unearthed direct evidence like T-Rex swim tracks yet, the absence of such proof doesn't necessarily mean they were landlocked. The evidence supporting the swimming theropod theory comes primarily from studies of smaller, related theropods. These studies offer valuable insights into the potential capabilities of larger dinosaurs like T-Rex. While we can't definitively say T-Rex swam based on this evidence alone, the implications are clear. Swimming was a plausible ability for theropods. When we look at the animal kingdom today, we see that most land animals possess the ability to swim, at least to some extent. It's a basic survival skill, essential for navigating various environments and escaping danger. This inherent ability highlights the importance of swimming in the natural world. Examining the anatomical structure of T-Rex, there's no obvious reason to believe it was an exception to this rule. Its bone structure and muscle attachments don't preclude the possibility of swimming. In fact, many experts argue that, considering the evidence, it's more likely that T-Rex could swim than not. This perspective is based on a combination of anatomical analysis, comparative studies, and ecological considerations. Its late Cretaceous world was characterized by vast river systems and expansive wetlands, environments where swimming would have been a valuable asset. For T-Rex, crossing water would have been a necessity for hunting, migration, and accessing resources. Being unable to swim would have significantly limited its territory, restricting its access to prey and potential mates. Ultimately, a lack of swimming ability would have hindered its survival in a dynamic and challenging environment. Over millions of years, evolution would have favored individuals with at least basic swimming ability, providing them with a competitive advantage. So, while we continue to search for that elusive direct evidence, the scientific consensus is growing stronger that T-Rex was likely a competent swimmer, capable of navigating aquatic environments with relative ease. The central question now shifts from whether T-Rex could swim to how well it swam and what techniques it employed. The current absence of a definitive smoking gun fossil only serves to fuel further research and anticipation for future discoveries. For now, all signs and existing evidence point towards a predator that possessed the ability to conquer both terrestrial and aquatic environments, making it a truly versatile hunter. The ongoing search for definitive proof continues, driven by the desire to unravel the mysteries of this iconic dinosaur. Until that conclusive evidence surfaces, the weight of scientific opinion leans towards the image of a swimming tyrant king, a predator that ruled both land and water. To truly understand how a massive predator like T-Rex might have navigated aquatic environments, we need to look beyond its imposing exterior and delve inside its body. Examining its internal structure reveals fascinating adaptations that shed light on its potential swimming capabilities. One of the most significant discoveries is that T-Rex possessed a complex system of air sacs, remarkably similar to those found in modern birds. These air sacs weren't just confined to the lungs, they extended far beyond, infiltrating and permeating its very bones. This pneumaticity, or the presence of air-filled spaces within bones, is a key feature. This unique skeletal structure dramatically reduced the overall density of the animal, making its torso surprisingly light and buoyant. The extensive network of air sacs acted like internal flotation devices, almost like a built-in life jacket, providing inherent buoyancy that would have aided in keeping it afloat. This natural buoyancy would have been a significant advantage in any aquatic setting. Unlike Spinosaurus, another large theropod which possessed dense, heavy bones specifically adapted for diving and subaquatic hunting, T-Rex with its air-filled bones was essentially a natural floater. Its skeletal structure predisposed it to buoyancy. Its anatomy strongly suggests that it would have remained high in the water with a significant portion of its body above the waterline rather than sinking or struggling to stay afloat. The weight of its massive legs, dangling below the waterline, would have acted as a natural stabilizer, keeping it upright. Much like a bottle with air trapped at the top, providing stability and preventing it from tipping over. This inherent stability is crucial for efficient swimming. Consequently, its head and back would have remained safely above the surface, ensuring it could breathe comfortably and maintain awareness of its surroundings. This positioning allowed it to breathe freely and maintain visual contact with its environment, essential for both navigation and spotting potential threats or prey. This inherent buoyancy, coupled with its stable posture in the water, provides compelling evidence supporting the idea of T-Rex's swimming ability. In essence, nature had inadvertently equipped T-Rex with the necessary tools and physical characteristics, not only to float effortlessly, but also to potentially paddle and propel itself across bodies of water. While the air sac system primarily evolved to support its high-energy lifestyle on land, it inadvertently bestowed upon it an accidental yet significant aquatic advantage. Therefore, T-Rex was not simply a terrestrial walker and apex predator. It was also a natural floater, potentially well-suited for aquatic travel and capable of navigating waterways with relative ease. Its unique anatomical design effectively solved the considerable problem of how a 7-ton animal could safely and efficiently cross rivers and other bodies of water. How would a T-Rex swim? With its buoyant torso, its powerful legs would do most of the work. Picture a dinosaur doggy paddle, legs kicking alternately, propelling it forward. The tiny arms were useless in water, tucked close to the body. Its long tail might have acted as a rudder, helping steer or stabilize. The main force came from those massive legs, pushing water with each stroke. Its head stayed above the surface, scanning the horizon. Extreme buoyancy meant it couldn't dive or ambush underwater prey. Swimming was for crossing, not hunting. The result? A confident, if awkward swimmer. Practical, not elegant. This fits the evidence from anatomy and swim tracks. T-Rex wasn't a Spinosaurus, but it wasn't helpless in water. The king could cross rivers, ensuring no part of its domain was off limits. If T-Rex could swim, why did it do so? Most scientists agree, swimming was for travel, not hunting. The Cretaceous world was wet, with rivers fragmenting the landscape. Swimming allowed T-Rex to reach new hunting grounds, mates, or escape danger. Its anatomy wasn't built for aquatic agility or underwater hunting. Eyes and jaws were designed for land prey, not fish. Still, it might have scavenged in water or ambushed animals at the water's edge. The water was a tool, not a primary hunting ground. T-Rex was a traveler first, predator second in water. Like a tiger, it swam when needed, not as a way of life. Its reign extended wherever it needed to go, even across rivers. Swimming was a crucial survival skill for T-Rex. The late Cretaceous was a world of land and water, and crossing rivers expanded its territory. This adaptability helped it thrive for millions of years. T-Rex was not just a brute force killer, but a resilient survivor. The story of the swimming T-Rex shows how science evolves. From cinematic fantasy to fossil evidence, our view has changed. Trace fossils and anatomy reveal hidden capabilities. Today we see T-Rex as a master of both land and water. The fossil record still holds secrets. Perhaps one day we'll find those giant swim tracks. Until then, we can be confident. The Tyrant King was a capable swimmer. Its reign stretched from forests and plains to the water's edge and beyond. The king of the dinosaurs was also king of the crossing. The story of T-Rex is far from over.